What does it take to turn a human being into property? Not just a prisoner, not just an enemy. Property. Something bought, sold, inherited, punished, and worked. Slavery did not begin with one evil king. That is too simple. It began when humans realized a defeated person did not have to be killed. They could be kept, used, owned. Before cities and empires, humans still fought, raided, and captured each other. But small mobile groups had a problem. A captive had to be fed, watched, controlled, moved. If your people were always traveling, a prisoner could become a burden. Permanent slavery needed more than violence. It needed settlement, surplus, guards, rules, and authority. Agriculture changed everything. Humans settled in one place. They planted fields, stored grain, built walls, dug canals, raised animals. Suddenly, labor became valuable. A person could work the field, carry bricks, grind grain, row boats, dig canals, or serve temples. This is where slavery became more than violence. It became an economic system. The first doorway into slavery was war. After victory came a choice: kill the captives, ransom them, absorb them, or force them to work. Then the calculation became cold. A dead enemy is gone. A living enemy can build your walls. War did not just create corpses, it created labor. The second doorway was debt, quieter, but just as brutal. A bad harvest, a failed loan, a family that could not pay. If you had no silver, no grain, no animals, and no land left, the last payment was yourself, or your child, or someone under your power. Poverty could become a cage. Law made the cage official. In ancient Mesopotamia, slavery was already part of society. The law did not treat enslaved people as equal citizens. It treated them as workers, assets, and property under another person's control. That was the turning point. Slavery became normal enough to regulate. Once a society writes rules for slavery, it is no longer an accident. It is an institution. Institutions survive because someone benefits. For rulers, slavery meant labor for palaces, temples, farms, roads, mines, and armies. For wealthy households, it meant status, comfort, and profit. For creditors, unpaid debt became human control. For conquerors, victory kept producing value. Power had found a way to make domination productive. Later, empires made the system larger. Greece used enslaved labor. Rome expanded it. The Atlantic slave trade would turn slavery into one of history's most devastating racial systems. But the origin was older than ships, older than plantations, older than modern racism. It began with one horrifying idea: a human life could be reduced to labor. Civilization did not erase cruelty, it organized it. And that was the origin of slavery, one of the oldest crimes civilization ever learned to justify. If you want more dark history like this, subscribe to History Dark Origin, because the darkest parts of history explain the world we still live in.